Right, the 29th of January. We're still counting days until we say goodbye to January and hello February. My name is Brian Amwai. This is Lookup Weekend. It is always an honor to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country. Now tonight, we have so much lined up for you because there's been so much happening, especially on the political front. The details of that in this particular bulletin. But first, these are the top stories tonight.
Nataka niwaulize hao mlienda kwa jumba ya baba kufanya nini? Polisi wao walikuja kwangu kufanya nini? Waliomba nini? Waliomba nini? Unajua kama mimi niko na picha yao.
Tonight on Lookup Weekend, Raila dares the Chebukati 3 commissioners to tell Kenyans why they visited his home.
Wakakuja wakakoroga uganga na ukora wakapata handshake. Hii hawapati.
RUTO castigates Raila's anti-government rallies. Also tonight, new face of primary schools as junior secondary school commence learning tomorrow. And a clash of titans as AFC Leopards draws with Gor Mahia in the Mashemeji Derby. All right, now be sure to engage us on our socials. That is at Amwai Brian on Twitter, at Lookuptv. The hashtag to use tonight is Lookup Weekend. We are also live on Facebook, and I just want to remind you that you can send us your feedback there. We'll be able to sample some of it as we continue with the program tonight. Our sign language interpreter is Josephine Ouko. Let's start from the political front. Now, the Azimio leader, Raila Odinga, has dared the Chebukati 3 commissioners to tell Kenyans why they visited his home. Now, speaking during the Jacaranda rally, Raila said the immediate former IBC chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, claims that some people tried to bribe them, but they have not said why they visited his home. And as Shadow Kareria now reports, Odinga has promised to stage a number of rallies in Nairobi to put on check RUTO's administration.
Azimio Brigade, led by their party leader Raila Odinga, pitched tent at Jacaranda grounds in Nairobi County. The coalition leader Raila Odinga calling upon his supporters to reject President William Ruto's leadership, accusing him of vote rigging. William Ruto as the President of the Republic of Kenya. As he asked the United Nations to investigate 2022 general election rigging, as he downplayed DCI investigations.
Saizi mnasema ya kwamba mnataka DCI afanye investigation ya uchaguzi. Huyo DCI si Ruto ndiye alimweka hapo. Kwa hivyo, you can never give Raila a proposal on how to write, on how to keep the vote. It will write the proposal on how to eat the vote. Kwa hivyo mnataka watu wa United Nations ama watu wa Commonwealth ndio wafanye investigation ya uchaguzi ulioitwa.
The Azimio leader Raila Odinga has also threatened to expose a video showing that the former IBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati and two commissioners Boya Molu and Abdi Gulie visited him before the declaration of presidential results.
Nataka niwaulize hao mlienda kwa jumba ya baba kufanya nini? Walikuja kwako kufanya nini? Waliomba nini? Waliomba nini? Unajua kama mimi niko na picha yao. Toruninga. Ukicheza mimi nitatoa.
The Azimio politicians have, however, asked President William Ruto to stop the ongoing process of recruiting new IBC commissioners, terming the whole process unfair.
We demand that the entire infrastructure and records of IBC be made public. We demand
Wajumbe walikuwa kwa Azimio, wengine wamenunuliwa kama kuku sokoni. Wajua Wakenya wanaangalia ni nani hayuko hapa Jakaranda leo, na nani atakuwa Kakunji, na nani atakuwa Machakos na kule kwingine.
Kazi yake imekuwa ni matusi, ni kutoa matusi kwa viongozi na matusi kwa Wakenya. Tutakubali utawala wa kimabavu? Mmekubaliana na yale mama amesema ya kwamba William Ruto aende nyumbani.
The Azimio cohort also accused the government of overtaxing Kenyans and frustrating businesses. Shadrack Kareria, Lookup TV.
Now, tonight, President William Ruto with his political brigade was in NAROK for interdenominational Thanksgiving service. Now, Ruto thanked Kenyans for peaceful election and castigated the opposition for trying to disturb peace in the country. Ruto insisted that he will not have talks with the opposition that will lead to a handshake and promised to fight illicit brew and drug abuse in the country. President William Ruto was in NAROK today. The president and his political brigade was attending interdenominational Thanksgiving service. However, these services have been turned into political arenas, the president castigating opposition for what he said is disturbing otherwise a peaceful nation.
Mkafanya kazi hiyo ya uchaguzi kwa njia ya amani na bila ukabila. Mimi nataka niwashukuru watu wa NAROK na tumshukuru sote Mungu. Mnasema tushirikiane, tufanye kazi pamoja. Hapo ndio sisi tuko. Tunataka tushirikiane. Hii Kenya tutajenga pamoja.
The president insisted that he will not handshake with the opposition.
Walizoea wakafanya ukarabati sijui nini, wakapata cooperation. Wakakuja tena wakafanya ukarabati sijui gani, wakapata nusu mkate. Wakakuja wakakoroga uganga na ukora, wakapata handshake. Hii hawapati. Hii ni ya wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya na ni ya vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya. Here there is nothing for selfish people.
President Ruto said that he will work for all Kenyans irrespective of their political affiliations.
Sisi tutafanya kazi na viongozi wenu wote waliochaguliwa ili tuweze kutimiza ile ahadi yetu na hatma yetu kama taifa ya kupeleka taifa letu la Kenya mbele.
Speaking during the event, leaders who accompanied the president, including the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, castigated the opposition.
Ukisema unataka uambie wa Kenya wasusie products, which products do you want them to boycott? Yet we want jobs created. When jobs are created, more Kenyans will pay tax. And when more Kenyans pay tax, the government of President Ruto will be able to do more.
Hii maandamano unasikia mtu akisema watu waandamane, sijui afanye mkutano wapi leo, kesho kutwa wapi. Si mpango ya. Kuna mwenye anapanga, kuna sponsor. Na hiyo puppet iko na mwenye anaendesha hiyo puppet ya maendeleo. Na tunamjua. Therefore, Your Excellency, we want to tell you to relax.
Now to matters education, grade 7 students are expected to kick-start their junior secondary school studies as from tomorrow, Monday, with parents in a last-minute rush to obtain all the requirements for their children who will be domiciled in their primary schools, as Ian Ketani now reports.
Close to 2 months after sitting for their grade 6 examinations, grade 7 students are expected to begin their junior secondary school studies tomorrow across the country at their respective primary schools. In Nairobi, parents thronged various bookshops and school depots in a bid to ensure they secured all the requirements for their children as they go back to school. Parents in Sergoit, Elgeyo Marakwet County are, however, decrying the move by the Ministry of Education to deny Seret Primary School a chance to host the junior secondary school due to proper facilities at the institution.
Tulipata na mshtuko sana kusikia ya kwamba Seret Primary tumenyimwa nafasi ya kuendelea na JSS. Ni kwa nini? kwa sababu tukijaribu kuangalia tumequalify kwa vitu vyote. Tuko na kiwanja ambaye ni eka 4, tuko na maji hapa kwa shule, tuko na title deed, na tumeshangaa huyu ofisa kutuambia ati twende Chamanata. Chamanata kwenda huko ni kilomita 7 kutoka hapa mpaka Chamanata. Kabla hata hujatoka huko kwa mali watoto wanatoka kwa catchment area. Na ni nini mashule zingine inatushindia? Tukijaribu kuangalia shule kama MK iko chini sana. Nini yao ni karibu 200 na yetu iko 280. Naongoza. Kwa hivyo tumeshangaa kabisa.
This comes even as Education Cabinet Secretary Ezekiel Machogu announced that at least 11,000 schools will not host junior secondary schools due to lack of proper facilities. Therefore, students from those schools will be redirected to neighboring schools.
The number of primary schools which will be hosting junior secondary schools according to our assessment are now over 20,000.
However, different schools across the country are in a last-minute rush to at least have required facilities on time to accommodate grade 7 learners. Last week, the Ministry of Education unveiled over 17 million books to aid in the studies of the grade 7 students. While announcing the placement of Form 1 students, Education CS Ezekiel Machogu indicated that grade 7 students in public schools will not pay any school fees, as it will be covered by the government at a cost of 15,000 per students. Ian Keitani, Lookup TV.
Now, Kakamega County First Lady Janet Kasili Baraza has launched a campaign against teenage pregnancies as they unveil 60 teen mothers champions at Bishop's Term in Lurambi Sub-County. Baraza has called on all stakeholders to join her in reducing prevalence cases of the vices, noting that bearing children at an early stage in life risks the girls' bright future and puts them at a great health risk.
While stating her basis to readmit the teen mothers back to school, Janet has noted that the data available at the health department shows a reducing trend of teen pregnancies between 10 to 19 years from 16,969 in 2018 to 12,057 in 2022, with Malava Sub-County leading with 1,361.
This report is worrying since the young girls risk poor maternal and child health, they risk being isolated, attempting unsafe abortions, failure to continue with school, the issue of poverty, and worst of all, death.
The program, dubbed A Helping Hand to Teen Mothers in Kakamega County, will see the agenda mapped out in all the 12 sub-counties for the victims who initially had been robbed of their future and lacked an opportunity to reclaim themselves.
Moving forward, that your dreams can still be achieved through determination and resilience by pursuing your education and growing up to be a successful person in society. From now henceforth, you have to understand that each and every decision that you make affects two of you, yourself and your child. The best decision you can ever make at this age, therefore, is to keep pushing yourself, because get education and be the woman that your child and the world can be proud of.
Kasili has further called on the national government, county government and social development partners to support the initiative, which she vowed to see to a successful conclusive end.
As we lend a helping hand today and unveil our 62 teen mother champions in Kakamega County, I invite families, the entire community, governments, partners, and all our stakeholders to fully get involved in empowering our girls as well as the boys by supporting the collective action towards reducing teen pregnancies beyond our borders.
Wewe ambao ulikubali kubeba na kuzaa mtoto, pongezi, ni baraka. Don't look at that child kama laana, hiyo ni baraka, haijalishi alizaliwa kwa njia ipi.
Samia Dika, Lookuptv.
All right, we do want to take a short break here on the program. Don't go too far. I'll be back with more, including that match that was happening today between it was the Mashemeji Derby. I'll be giving you the details of that particular story when we come back.
Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Revival Sanctuary School is open for 2023 admission. We offer CBC classes from playgroup, PP1, PP2, grade 1 to 6, and the 844 curriculum from standard 7 to 8. Do not miss out the opportunity. Create the best future for your child today. Revival Sanctuary School prepares and strive to excel.
Good to have you join us on Heart to Heart.
We bring you stories of people who, despite the pressures they
All right, now thank you so much for staying with us here in the program. Let's continue bringing you up to date with the news. Now, Isiolo Governor Abdi Ibrahim Guyo has rubbished Azimio Chief Raila Odinga's declaration that he doesn't recognize William Ruto as the president of Kenya. Now, Guyo, who was a staunch campaigner of the Azimio leader, has distanced himself from the comment and said that Isiolo leaders who are elected on a Jubilee Party ticket are moving forward. The leaders will work with Ruto's government.
Mimi nataka kuambia watu ya Garba, sisi kama viongozi wa Isiolo County, wale wamechaguliwa hapa juu, governor, senator, women rep, MP North na MP South, tumechaguliwa kwa tikiti ya nini? Chama gani? Tumechaguliwa kwa tikiti ya chama ya Jubilee. Mimi nataka kusema hapa, sisi kama viongozi wa county ya Isiolo, tutafanya na serikali ya William Samoei. Tuko pamoja? Mmekubaliana na sisi? Hebu muweke mkono juu kama mnataka tufanye kazi na serikali. Na tunaomba viongozi wale wengine, kama wewe umeangua kiti, upumzike, ungoje miaka 5 ifanye nini? Alafu rudi kwa wanai. Useme Guyo ameshindwa na kazi, amela. Nipatie ndio nafasi, ndio? Wananchi wataweka sisi kwa ratili, wakiona Guyo hajashindwa na kazi, na mimi sijashindwa na kazi. Hii kazi nitachapa kabi. Mmeona Garba mimi mara ngapi? Mara ngapi? Na sijakuja Garba kufanya starehe. Nimekuja Garba kuhakikisha wananchi wa Garba wanapata huduma ya serikali. Tuko pamoja?
Now, away from politics, a lobby group in Nanyuki, Laikipia County, is now urging the government to help in fighting drug and substance abuse among the youth in the region. Top among them is KETAMINE, locally referred to as KET.
As the number of youths engaging in drug abuse on the rise in the country, youth-led lobby groups in Laikipia County have raised their concerns over the abuse of KETAMINE in the county, while calling upon the youth to shun drug through sensitizations across the county. Youth leaders led by Moses Njoroge urged the youth to shun the use of drugs, as it is not only detrimental to their health, but as well to that of the community around them.
Vijana wetu wakitumia madawa ya kulevya, hata hakuna future ya familia, kwa sababu unakuta vijana wengi ya kwamba wanapovuta haya madawa yanawafanya kwamba hawana hamu ile ya kutaka wasichana, hawana hamu ile ya kutaka kama ni wasichana hawana hamu ya kutaka vijana, na unakuta hiyo kizazi chetu kinaendelea kuisha.
Vijana wengi ukienda sana sana kama hivi atariki vijiji ukumbusho, unaona ndio wanaenda wanakunywa. Ni kweli. Sasa hii campaign, it is a very good campaign ya Kete. Tuone kama at least tutasaidia vizazi vijazo.
Experts argue that the habit has also been attributed to the rise of crime, as most of the youth remain unemployed, thus forcing them to engage in criminal behaviors.
Serikali lazima ikuwe serious mambo ya madawa. Hapa madawa inauzwa hapa town, tunajua wenye wanauza madawa. Serikali inajua nani wanauza madawa. Kwa nini wasishike wale watu? Kwa sababu vijana wataendelea kutumia madawa kama serikali haitafunga hiyo pipeline ya kuleta madawa Laikipia.
Some of the addicts narrated their ordeal with the abuse of ketamine while crying for help in a bid to reform, admitting that the drug has had adverse effects on their health.
Nimetumia kete kwa miaka 3 sasa. Kete ni kitu imewekwa, ni unga, ni kaunga kadawa kamesiagwa, kanawekwa kwa karatasi ya kitabu. So unakuja unauziwa 200, unatafuta bangi na sigara, unazisiaga pamoja, alafu unatafuta kitu inaitwa rizla, unaweka katikati ya rizla, alafu unanyunyizia hiyo kete juu yake. Ukishanyunyizia juu yake una roll tena, alafu sasa unaanza kuvuta ukipaka mate pole. Hivyo venye unaendelea kuvuta ndivyo steam inaendelea kuongezeka, kichwa yako inaendelea sasa ikitulia, sasa unasikia tu kulala peke yake. Unasikia tu kuinamisha kichwa, ukijaribu kuinua hapana, na kitu inatufanyia unakuta wakati ushaivuta hata appetite inaishia hapo, feelings za mwili zinaishia hapo, na unaitamani more and more, unasikia tu kulala zaidi na zaidi. Hiyo sasa ndio kete yenye tunatumia na tunatamani kabisa tusaidike, tuiondokee juu pia ugonjwa yake ni mbaya.
Now, let's get sporty tonight. Weldon Langat and Immaculate Anyango emerged the winners of the 32nd edition of the Discovery Kenya Cross Country in the senior men and women categories, respectively. Now, Langat clocked a time of 30 minutes and 31 seconds in the 10-kilometer senior men race to beat Bravin Kiprop, who finished second, and Ronex Kipruto third in a closely contested race.
Mara ya kwanza kukimbia na Sena nilikuwa najua penye mimi nitashikia yeye. After all nilikuwa ninajua niko top 6 lakini sikuwa na expect nita win.
Sasa hii race nilikuwa nakuja tu kama speed kwa sababu last 2 weeks ago nimetoka Valencia. Nilikuwa nimekimbia 10k nikawin hiyo. Sasa nilikuwa nakuja hii kujipanga tu kwa race yenye iko hapo mbele tarehe 18 Lookup. Sasa hii kama tulikuwa speed kwangu.
Now, the much anticipated Mashemeji derby between Gor Mahia and AFC Leopards ended in a barren draw, with both teams missing clear-cut chances in a match where thousands of the supporters thronged Nyayo National Stadium to cheer their teams. Now, yes, that is as far as that is concerned.
Naturally, we come into every game looking to win, but it's another point to our collection. Again, a clean sheet for the best defensive record in the league. And look, the form maintains. If you win, 4 out of 5 games and draw the other one, then you're going to be somewhere at the end of the season. So we take the point, we move on, but yeah, I think congratulations to both teams because I think both tried to play good football today.
We are much more aggressive, I will say, defensively, and it makes a difference because it means that when aggressiveness is there, even if you are not able to score, you don't concede. So at least you bring 1 point. But yes, I repeat this fighting spirit and the change of minds, I will say, with players getting more aggressiveness, it's a really good point for us and for the future.
All right, we have come to the end of our bulletin tonight, but let me just take a little bit of your feedback here. Yes, this is Nyayo National Stadium. Whoever staged the Jacaranda Rally and Mashemeji Derby on the same day, Aliaribu, Nyayo Stadium was very empty. Is it that all AFC and Gor fans preferred the rally? This is James Kinywa on Facebook. Celine Nyangere says, watching from Kisumu. Thank you so much for tuning in. And one more here. Let me just find it here. It has to do also with the Azimio rally that is at the Jacaranda grounds. Kind of missed. Okay. Just a moment. Right. Can't seem to find it. Sorry. I would have loved to read that though. Listen, I've come to the end of the program tonight, and I want to thank you so much for making time and trusting us to bring you up to date with the news making headlines across the country each and every weekend. My name is Brian Amwai. Let's do this again, and our sign language interpreter tonight has been Josephine Oko. Do have yourselves a lovely night and a wonderful week ahead, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning on The Morning Drift.